in case both series does go, the bronze medal game is going to be next Monday, and then the goal will be the following Monday.
Hang on. So if both games ends tonight, then next Saturday, next Monday, we will do the bronze medal game.
And then the following Monday we'll do the gold medal game.
We're done?
That's it? Yeah, so one game. But
it's a one-game final.
It's one game final. But what I want to do is to have ice cuts in between the periods. Because if we just think about it, if both teams, then we have two, no one's really going to show up next week.
Right.
Right? And we're not going to stream those practice games anyway, right?
So, I don't know, you're going to have the Hong Kong Hockey Night in Hong Kong coaches.
No, the ice time's already. So I might as well use that and make it like a nice longer game where you have the ice cuts in between and they get like, you know.
So this Saturday maybe.
No, this Saturday for sure.
For sure.
This is also a game for sure. Saturday.
So
I'm talking about the playoffs here.
If one game,
then we have to play game 3 next week.
So game 3 is just a one-game event on Monday.
I will still allow them, other teams they want to shoot around because the ice time is booked. Right? Because I can't change the format for them to have like a 2 straight unless they want to, but it'll be the last, but game 3 will be the first one always. Okay. Right? If that happens. And then let's say the other series doesn't need it, it'll be just more of a scrimmage, so.
Or we just hang around and have beer. I think some of the guys would love it.
I have 10 cases of beer anyway.
Instead of going to Langway Farm.
and I still have
get on ice for the beer.
And I still have a lot of beer left. I'm looking at my sponsorship. There's still like at least like 20, 30 cases or whatever. I'll probably use it for the Nations tournament too though.
That was all right. Just got picked up. There was one there. Okay. No, whatever is bring it down, it's live.
Okay.
When you pick it up, there's a little click, and it's like you're just the fact is you can't really hear everything else. You can hear right from there.
Okay. So that's up. In this position.
Got a boom arm, comes down.
Yeah.
And because we're in such close quarters, try to get it a little closer to your mouth. And speak lighter because it's raw speech.
Okay.
There's going to be this little echo. There is going to be an echo anyway, but we just have to try to minimize it. That's what happens when we're close together.
So maybe if I do say anything, that'll come in when you're on a end of a sentence.
No, just normal chat. But if you know you're not going to speak for a while, just swing the boom up. Or you need to swear or
Swear. I gotta go watch
say
it.
weird things. You know, yeah. I'm gonna watch it.
I hear it once it goes down. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah. There you go. Just take it easy. Want food?
No, not yet.
Pick up what you might pick up what you said.
Okay.
So just kind of be a little bit more discreet.
Yeah. So if I start talking about upcoming trip to Bangkok.
No Bangkok?
Scotty. June 5th to 8th.
Bangkok? When's the next Bangkok tournament?
We need a goalie. June 5th to 8th.
June? 5th to 8th?
Yeah.
Where? Bangkok?
Yeah, it's our own league. It's a special league.
Well, that's Howard's. There's this NHL draftee also from Latvia.
Oh.
First name Alberts. What was his last name?
Smith.
Yeah, I think I kind of picked it up.
It's supposed to be he's a dark horse.
Yeah. So Alberts turns out to be a Latvian name.
Yeah. I never thought that was weird, right?
Right. So maybe it's not really Albert, but maybe Alberts.
Oh. I never thought about that. Yeah.
Alberts.
It could be that this like is an enemy. They lost, remember?
I don't remember anything.
Ben went crazy, flipped out, slammed the door, got kicked out of the game. You know, like, oh, here, there's Ben right now. Hi, Ben.
Oh, I also need to get the All-Star game graphics so I can show it. Oh, do I need to? No, I don't. Whatever. So last week it's Canada's won 7-5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, they were down after that.
Oh, you want some?
No, okay. Deserving got kicked out.
Both games in good spirit.
Excellent spirits.
Keep telling Ben Mechanical to be good.
Oh no, Rosie. Ah, where's Rosie?
He's still angry.
They give him a lecture?
No, I think so.
He did the one-handed pat on the chest.
Yeah. That's a sexual harassment. Are we being...
Ah!
Rosie's still on. Okay, so here you go. All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Scotty Yang, and alongside me, Mr. Timmy Poon. Today, he's going to have a voice alongside with Keith Fong, the commissioner of the HKL. This is Hong Kong League Ice Hockey, and it is playoff times. This is Game 2 of a best-of-3 series. First game we bring you, the game between the Hong Kong Panda and the Black Dragons. And I think, Timmy, you do have a great memory. What happened last time they played?
I was going to actually play and ended up after the game early.
Today, this first game between the Hong Kong Pandas and the Black Dragons.
You need to speak.
Black Dragons versus the Hong Kong Pandas, three-fold period. Of course, Black Dragons with a one game on hand. And this is a must-win for the Pandas have a one-game advantage. So this is a must-win game from Black Dragons. And Timmy, you picked up something before the game. League Commissioner Keith Fong talking to Ben McCaskill, captain for Black Dragons.
I'm sure it was just a happy game call, but it didn't come maybe a little bit of a explanation on some of the calls last time. I'm sure it is a top that is well put.
We're going to have an exciting game for you today between Hong Kong Panda and the Black Dragons. And next game coming up, it's going to be the Toro Bulls versus the Aviators. That game is coming up right after this one. apologize for the little quirkiness of the scoreboard. They're apparently think the league or the rink has fixed everything, and we should have face-off pretty soon. Hong Kong Panda versus Black Dragons. League officials tonight making a face-off. It's it's not Greg Rosell, it's Timmy Tui. Across him, Greg Rosell. Two lines persons. One should be Alex Wong and Reese Hong making a rare appearance for the playoffs. In black, the Black Dragons, and in red, Hong Kong Panda. Hong Kong Panda in their own zone. And Red Wilcox from behind the net, the top scorer of regular season. Red Wilcox, number 51, taking the lead early on in the opening period. Spins around and around, looking for a pass there. Way back to the blue line, tries to shot, block, and take up his own rebound. Wilcox with a cross-ice pass, another cross-ice pass attempt to Latour. Couple of players tangled in front of the net, not good. Latour trying to fight off Joe Cheng with referee Craig Russell right there watching and shaking his head, signaling nothing's going to be called. So players looking for penalties. A little more than a minute played in the opening period. Now we have the Hong Kong Panda, number 9, Joe Cheng. Joe Cheng feeds it off to the right, and another pass over to number 42, Winston Koch. Taken down, no calls there. Referee signals play on. The Castle takes the puck from his own zone, behind the net. Very calmly looks around. No play to be made, so he took the puck all the way into the attacking zone. Swings it around the end zone, and now we have Albert Persons with the steal. Persons with the puck, long shot, rebound, and that was went off the goalie. Here's another long shot. Yami with a shot. The goalie takes it for a face-up in his own zone. 17:33 to go in the opening period. Shots on goals 4-1. Still very early on in the period, but if you look at the stats only, it's the Black Dragons taking the upper hand in the opening period so far. Wilcox tries to send it down deep on to the right. McCaskill takes the puck along the blue line, skates in with a shot. This one blocked by a skate from number 22, Yam Yi. Ikeda. McCaskill. The tour goes in. Nice poke away by number 6, Albert. Jonathan Yu, that is. And it's an offside call by linesperson Reese Hong.
If you're not going to say anything for a long time, just mute it. Because there's going to be a little echo there. Okay.
Eric Persons with the puck. Goes in with a save. 15:31 to go. Hong Kong Panda sends it down deep. Clears offside. Here's Lau Chi Lok. Offside play. A little more than 4 minutes played in the opening period. Still no score, not a lot of shots to speak of. So far in this game, shot count remaining at 4-1. Here is Eugene Lee, number 66, sends it to the other side for Andrew Lee. Andrew Lee to Kersons, picked up by Lau Chi Lok. Kersons fighting up Lau Chi Lok, sends it to center. Now Eugene Lee has a shot. This one deflected down into the corner. Kersons with the puck, 15-12 to go. Now they get it out of their own zone, and that's going to be an icing call waved off by the front linesman. Kersons unhappy with the pass. Takes it back to their own, into their own zone, almost picked up by Joseph Latour. McCaskill from center ice. Moves in, pass one, pass the second. Sends it in, deflected up into midair. Wilcox, Ikeda to McCaskill. McCaskill gets it. Gets in, shoots. This one deflected out of bounds, out of play.
Pascal looking really dangerous off the board, so you can't.
14:27 to go in the opening period. Dragons just registered another shot. That's 5-1. Really not much going on in terms of offensive threats. Here is McCaskill, see if he can break it. That one's offside as he tripped. He got himself tripped up as he was controlling play on the blue line. Jamie, number 22, trying to get the puck in. McCaskill with it. Passes the blue line with a shot. This one over blocker save by Moses Fung for the Hong Kong Panda. On the other side for the Black Dragons, number 1, Rexton Choi. Caskill sends it down deep, and it's going to be icing. .37 to go.
Possible penalty miss there, but in the game.
.13 and a half minutes to go. First period, still no score in this crucial game 2 of the best of 3 playoff series between the Hong Kong Panda and the Black Dragons. Today's game partly brought to you by Puck Empire, your number one source for North American ice hockey news. Follow them on Instagram on Puck Empire for your North American ice hockey news. As Vancouver Canuck fans, we don't follow them anymore. The NHL entry draft is coming up in, 6 weeks? 5-6 weeks. And we have a goal. Or do we? We do.
And I think that's where they're going to score most of their goals, I think, tonight. Being beforehand by dumping it in. See, they're dumping it in. Chase, one mistake. One shot is back in.
Nothing Hong Kong Panda, and thanks to our new color commentator, Timmy Poon. Always a little pause now before I say his last name. There's too many Tims around the rink. And Hong Kong Panda up by 1. Remember, they won last game, so if they can win this game outright, they would earn their ticket to the finals. There's Winston Park, sends it in, and maybe I owe the Hong Kong Pandas an apology. I've just noticed Whitney Olsen's missing from the lineup, as well as a couple of other very important players. Joby Watt's missing. Karl Mock looks like Karl Mock is here. Joby Watt's missing. Whitney Olsen's missing. Presumably they were busy celebrating their championship wins from that little amateur ice hockey tournament here in Hong Kong. For the Black Dragons, I think they do have a pretty full lineup. McCaskill's here, McClure's here, Wilcox here. Here's Latour, Wilcox on the right, onside play, onto the left side. Back to HKL, and that's an offside play. Eleven to go in the opening period. Just one single goal separates these two teams. Hong Kong Panda and Black Dragon. Mr. Color Commentary Guy, what do you think of these two teams that play so far in the opening period?
But really, I think you're going to see a spread out passing and dumping it in by Panda, as they don't have the depth, but they do have the forecasts basically.
11 minutes remaining in the opening period. Shots on goal, 6-3 in favor of the Hong Kong Panda. A pretty low-scoring affair so far, but we are still in it early. Ikeda fakes 2 hits. No contacts. No penalties so far in this game. Both referees are taking it easy so far, letting the game play. And there's a shot on goal, saved by Moses Fung, the goalie.
And I haven't really seen a shift without Ben out against Albert. So you're going to see that matchup often tonight too.
10:27 to go in the opening period. Still 1-0. Lots of action on ice, but not a lot of goals to show for. Joe Chang with an offside play.
Sixth offside tonight there.
Already, I didn't even know. It's just a lot of stoppages. But so far, no penalties. That's maybe the headline for the game so far. Face-off win for the Black Dragons in their own zone, coming out into the neutral zone. Nice move, pass one, that's Lau Chi Lock. Tries to send it to Chris Antonelli. Gets it back to Joe Chang, having trouble controlling play. Here's Albert Kersons on the left. It's Winston Koch. Kersons with a shot. Winston Koch got tangled up with the goalie Rexton Choi, and we have an arm up by the back referee of Greg Roussel. And Mr. Boone, do explain to our dear viewers what happened.
I'm gonna go with a goalie interference. Pretty clear as day. No argument from the side.
That's his angle right there. The goalie. It's really 50-50. Goalie was trying to get up, and as he was trying to get up, he kind of ran into the attacking player. But the thing is, the attacking player being in the crease, it's the goalie would probably have a better play here. And now the Black Dragons with a power play opportunity as Winston Koch, number 42, in the box for 2 minutes. What was that for? Timmy didn't know. Here's McCaskill with the puck to Wilcox. Back to McCaskill. Whips it. Ryan Lee in front of the net trying to deflect, trying to tip it. There's Wilcox with a one-timer, and they score. 1-1 tie. Nice play by Wilcox from behind the net. Look at Moses Fung just sliding onto the other side, and the player just sent it the opposite side of the goalie. Pretty hard save to make. And now with the tie game, 1-1. Still with a little less than 9 minutes to go in the opening period. Here's Kalmar coming in on the right side. Not a lot of help. Still keeping possession. Nice play there, trying to cut in. Gets it to Kersons. Kersons, nice move. Trying to get it into the slot area and trying to get it out to Karl Mock. And now Lau Chi Lock with a pickup. Lau Chi Lock crosses the blue line. Stop, spins, sends it down deep. Brandon Lui sends it to Chris Antonelli. Antonelli from behind the net. Puts it back to Brandon Lui, a long shot. Lau Chi Lock tries a deflection. That one was blocked. Another long shot, also blocked by a Hong Kong Panda. Now Yami, number 22, skating in. Centering pass, trying to get it to Kersons. Kersons missed the pass, and puck goes all the way back into the neutral zone. Eugene Lee picks it up. Gets it back to Kersons. And now here comes McCaskill with fours. Trying to leave it for Wilcox. Wilcox tips it back to McCaskill. Wilcox battling well with Joe Chang. McCaskill steals it. Moves in, shot. That one went off goalie. And the puck deflected out of bounds. Still a 1-1 game. McCaskill moving in with a shot there. And Moses Fung with a save. 7:21 in the opening period, 1-1 tie. These teams battling for a berth in the finals. This is game 2 of the best of 3 series. Hong Kong Pandas won last time, the score of 7-5. Now the Black Dragons, being the higher seeded team, needs this game to stay in the series. Face off in Hong Kong Panda zone. And McCaskill with a shot. Hit Hurton Cheng. Here's McCaskill again going in. That one blocked by a Hong Kong Panda. That's number 66, Eugene. And they clear it down the ice. Linesman Reese Tong signals it's a non-icing play. As the puck was touched by the Black Dragons before it enters the defensive zone. Red Wilcox. Cross ice to Ben McCaskill. McCaskill skates in. Looking for the tour. And here is a 3-on-1 for the Hong Kong Panda. Karl Mock with the puck. No more room. Centers it. A little slow in the decision. Would have been a fantastic chance with that 3-on-1. But it's one move too much. One timed by Ryan Wong, 59, another shot. This one also saved by Moses Fung, the goalie.
It looks like they got Kirsten's away on this shift right here. So he's going to be on the ice without Cassidy. Let's see what he does.
Under 6 minutes in the opening period. Here's Albert Kirstens on the right side. Albert Kirstens makes the move, goes in, cuts down deep, centering pass, and this one deflected by the Dragons. Dragons onside play. Here's Brandon Lloyd with a one-top when a breakaway. Goalie made the save. Now Kirstens touch it up in the center ice. Isaac Chan. Stolen by Kirstens. Back out in the neutral zone. Here's Ryan Lee. Lucas Lau. Brandon Lloyd back to Lau. Lau with another pass to number 98, Isaac Chan. Here comes Kirstens again without Whitney Olsen in the lineup. Kirstens picking up most of the slack from the absence of Whitney Olsen. Kirstens again, ever since his return from the long-term injury, Kirstens been playing better game by game. And his level play has been unparalleled in the Panda lineup. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Hockey Worldwide, your #1 source for international hockey news. Visit them on multiple social media outlets. Search for them for @HockeyWorldwide for your international ice hockey news, World Championship, Olympics, and also major leagues around the world, the European leagues, KHL. Also thank to Hockey Worldwide for covering the 3 IIHF World Championship tournaments here in Hong Kong. And that's a goal by the Black Dragons. It's 2-1. Great job, Timmy. We finally get the audio sorted. But it's the first time we try to do this two-person, what I call tag team, a dual commentary attempt. So, friends and families, if there's anything you don't like, I mean, me, not Timmy. Is there something that you think we should fiddle with the level of volume? Just let us know in the comments or just WhatsApp me. Oh, here's a big hit by Persons. Took, I think that's Ryan Wong into the boards. Ryan Wong not very happy about the hit. The play goes on. And here is Red Wilcox with a centering pass to Latour. One times the goalie made another save. 2:50 to go in the opening period. Here's McCaskill. McCaskill with a whip. That one didn't get through as it hits Ryan Wong in front of the goal. Latour fighting off with Persons. Persons very, very aggressive play today. Here's Akeda. Akeda with traffic in front to Wilcox. Shoots blocked by the goalie. Here is McCaskill to Akeda. 2:24 remaining in opening period. Centering pass, goalie tips it out. McCaskill with the puck goes into the slot area. On to the right to Wilcox. Here's another centering pass. All of them blocked by the goalie in Moses Fung. 2 minutes and change remaining. Here is McCaskill with another shot. Shot after shot after shot. Shot count for the Black Dragons up to 14 now. Ryan Wong sends it down deep, and now the Black Dragons start to make changes from the bench. Palma intercepted by Latour, and McCaskill with a shot while going down onto the ice. That one went wide. Minute 30 to go. What a minute of Black Dragon offense we had in this period. But thanks to the heroic efforts of Moses Fung, they have been unable to score after their second goal. 1:23 to go.
And a lucky clearing off the roof, of the low roof of that end.
Not necessarily lucky, maybe it's all calculated, part of the plan. And, you know, what do we know? We're like really low level. Here comes Jonathan Yu on to the right. Andrew Lee. Andrew Lee normally paired up with Joby Watt, but Watt's missing from the lineup today. With Olsen and Watt missing, they're not doing too badly. Also missing from the lineup, Tom Allen, number 4, very important player. Number 77, Lucas Esterman, how could I forget? Lauchi Lock on to the left side. Hits the skate of linesman Alex Wong. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Shots on goals, 15 to 8 goals. 2-1 for the Black Dragons. Now behind the Dragons net. Yam Yi unable to get it. Black Dragons sends it down with 10 more seconds to go. And there's Winston Pop, 7 more seconds to go. Play it safe, boy. 3 more seconds. That to do it for the opening period. 2-1 to score. We'll take a break, unless you want to say something. I'm taking the break. I'll leave it all for you. Here comes the second period, and we just noticed a backup goalie for the Hong Kong Panda, Evan Thorpe, coming onto the bench. Rumors has it that it's his wife. That it's a joke. No, it's not real. It's just a rumor. But very nice to see him back around the rink. Back to tap on the glass to say hi to me, and I just have to give him a shout out. He's here for his team. I've actually mentioned to Whitney Olsen, the GM, I said Evan Thorpe could actually play out as a skater. He's a very good defender and as well as a forward. And when you guys are down, really short-handed, hey, Evan Thorpe could be your man. I've had the pleasure of playing with him more than a season in a very small rink in Shimshatui. You know the place if you've heard Peter Russell. Shimshatui. It's another rink here in Hong Kong, a smaller one. We play 4-on-4 hockey over there. A few seasons. Great player. Great character, very nice player, I know, and somebody's going into the box. Albert Kerson's going to the sin bin. Not surprising given the way he's playing, right, Timmy? Timmy's busy reading the referee's minds, getting a hang of what's going on. But we're seeing Albert Kerson's, he's been playing with a lot of aggression. So he's in the box. And the on-ice officials are trying to figure out who's on, who's off. Ron Lee with a power play, the second power play for the Black Dragons, I think. I should be correct, but hey, no one cares. Here is Ryan Lee on the left side, skates along the blue line, finds space, goes in for a stop, narrow angle shot, goalie had it, or he thought he had it, and he tried to reach around for it, and then there's the whistle. Not sure if
Good save.
Good save. I got the wrong camera angle. McCaskill. Still a minute and a half to go in the power play. McCaskill again onto the right to Ryan Lee. Cross ice to Wilcox. Wilcox centering to Wan Wong. Wan Wong with a shot saved by Moses Fung. Wilcox. Ron Wong again with another shot. That one also saved by Moses Fung, the goalie.
And it's pretty guaranteed they're trying to set up Wilcox on the side of the net for the tap in there.
Whitney Olsen just showed up.
He is sending it back to the middle to shoot to.
Now I know Whitney Olsen doesn't have a wife or anyone that I or the public know of, but I don't know. Him and Evan Thorpe coming in at the same time. Something fishy going on. We will try to get interviews going on in between periods, but now Whitney Olsen is back. And we don't know about Joby Want. Maybe we'll have him back as well. But with Whitney Olsen back in the lineup, it's going to be a huge boost for the Hong Kong Panda. They're down by just one goal. Very nice passing. McCaskill with a one-timer off the blue line. Latour tries to pick up the rebound, and the Hong Kong Panda chips it out into the Dragon Zone 14. 8 more seconds to go. Final hurrah for this power play. We have McCaskill Latour, cross slice to Wilcox. Wilcox looking for McCaskill. McCaskill shoots. Loose puck. Rebound cleared up by the Pandas. Great work, and that should do it for the power play. Albert Kirsten, fresh out of the box, takes the puck into the attacking zone. Now T-Rock with the puck around the net. Albert Kerson's nice backhand feed up into the neutral zone. Vincent Cox unable to secure the puck. And now McCaskill turns away from the action for some space. Now he gets it past the blue line for an offside call. 15:55 to go. Long stretch pass, Winston Cock in the attacking zone along with Carl Mock. Mock from behind the net finds Eugene Lee with a shot that's been blocked by the goalie in Wrestling Tree. Eugene Lee again, 2-1 to score. Shots on goals, 25-11. In favor of the Black Dragons. Now the Black Dragons have the puck in their attacking zone again. Hong Kong Panda trying very hard to get it back out and to put together some kind of offense. That's really what's been lacking from his team in the second period. Persons. Monk. Back to Persons. Try to make a move past Ikeda. Now, Black Dragons have a 2-on-2. The tour back to Wilcox and they score. .27 to go, 3-1 to score. Black Dragons with a 2-goal lead now. The Hong Kong Pandas still trying to find their footing in the second period. And now that Whitney Olsen is back, their captain and the GM, see if things can improve a little bit. But so far in the second period, it's been all Black Dragons. Here is McCaskill with a long shot, this one wide. Andrew Lee on the right side, try to make all the moves. A centering pass, by the time he gets down to, as he goes down to the goal line, was passed, made a little too late. Ideally, you would want to make the pass before you really get past the face-off dot, really. Once you get past that point, it's a little too late in general.
And Aviators, they really like that long stretch pass. And even if they miss it, they're going to gun down and the ice.
3-1 still to score. Black Dragons with a 2-goal lead. Here is Nator coming in with a shot and he scores. Just like that, it's a 4-1 lead. Simple shot beats the goalie clean. As Joseph Nator finds space on the right of the goalie. Moses Fung perhaps a little positioned a little too much to the left side and gave away that little slither of space for Joseph Nator, and now they are up by 3. Much needed lead for this team in black. And their goalie, Rexton Choi, also helping out immensely with saves after saves.
And just that last goal, really a direct result of a turnover on the boards. Black Dragons, that's what they did, is taking the ball off the board.
And we're also seeing the Black Dragon trio of Nator, McCaskill, and Wilcox. These 3 working better and better by the minute. They started the game a little sluggish, a little confused, probably due to too many games played over the last week. A little tired on the legs, but you know, these are almost professional players. And it's just another game for them. But for the Hong Kong Panda, they did have a great start to the game, but ever since they scored their first goal, they've been having a lot of trouble finding their team chemistry. And it's also a byproduct of not being able to play together for such a long time. Since our last game, it's been, what, a month? 3 weeks? So, you know, if you talk to NHL players, I'm not saying these guys, we're watching our NHL players, but if you talk to any professional players, 3 weeks away from the action is quite a lot. And for most of these players, we see they don't train, they don't have many other games to play during the break. So tonight's game, it's really who finds that feel the quicker, the better, the more advantage they would have in this game.
And then instantly, the Castle line comes out against us.
And you can see these coaches, a lot of these players on the ice are hockey coaches. They have hockey. Some of them run hockey schools. Some of them coach for other hockey schools. And for those players, they do have a lot more time on skates. And I think that helps. At least the feel for the puck hasn't gone. And for those who've been playing hockey for the last week, in that little tiny tournament we had there in Calvin Bay, and those players would also have an advantage. And from my understanding, a lot of players on the ice were involved. Here's another one-timer by Keita. Keita is another interesting player to watch out for. He started the season, I think, a little rusty, a little slow. Not the fastest player, no offense, certainly faster than I am, but you know, when you compare him to the McCaskills and the Nators and the youngsters, he's not fast on the ice, but I think somewhere starting from the mid-season, he found his role. He's not competing with everyone at speed, with his foot speed. He tries to make use of his experience, get to the right positions, get to the right spots, make the right plays, passing, getting the passes, banging up rebounds, and I think he's been doing a great job. And when the Black Dragons are missing their top trio players. Ikeda is very often one of the players who tries to step it up and generate offense for the team. I do hope Evan Ford could, the backup goalie for Hong Kong Panda, he could get onto ice and score a couple of goals. That would be awesome for, his wife and people from Discovery Bay, fans from Discovery Bay. Here's Black Dragons coming in again on the right side. 10.5 minutes to go in the second period as we approach the midway mark of the game. Here is Chris Antonelli centering the second line for the Black Dragons. Now Chulak on the left. Whitney Olsen. Olsen to Andrew Lee. Lee. Back to Olsen. Unable to make the shot. Olsen with the rebound. Back to Andrew Lee. Now Joe Chang with the check. Yam Yi on to the right to Hurton Chang, a long shot. That one gloved down by the goalie in Rexton Chui. Even without a glove, from this angle, it looks like the shot would have been wide. 28-16 is the shot count. Black Dragon leading the shot count since the first period. And now here's Joe Chang with a shot. Wilcox onside play. Try to get it back on the tour. Picked up by Joe Chang. Chang on the left side. Moving in. 3-on-2 with a one-timer by Whitney Olsen. That one went wide. Off the boards. Rebounded by the Black Dragons. Here is Ryan Wong on the left side. Breakaway chance. That one scored in the net.
That quick pass right across the other wing with full speed. Just really different.
From a reverse angle, look at the breakaway chance. One shot, near side, top corner, beats Moses Fung on the shoulder, and it's 5-1 Black Dragons. Still a lot of time remaining in the game. 9 minutes to be exact in the second period. Now here's Albert Kersens with another breakaway. Albert Kersens shoots and he scores. I've so wanted to do this, shoots and he scores. Finally to get to do it. And a great goal by Albert Kersens. You know he's going to do something. You know he's going to score. And here's his breakaway again. Look at the speed, unparalleled speed going in, 1-2, quick moves, beats the goalie in Rexton Choi. A lot of time for both players to get ready. Look, 1-2 move, just under the armpit of Rexton Choi, a very, very experienced shot, finding the most difficult hole to shoot. Here's another shot by Albert Kersens. This one deflected off the boards for a face-up in the Black Dragon zone. And all of a sudden in the second period, Albert Kersens for Hong Kong Panda putting the puck into the net. When you look at the speed and hockey skills of this player, and he decides to press on the pedal, the gas pedal, nobody's going to catch him, except maybe perhaps the McCaskills. Well, McCaskill and maybe Wilcox. But for the rest of the lineup, I think it's pretty hard to defend against Albert Kerson's foot speed. Here's Akeda to Brandon Lui. Back to Akeda from behind the net. Very smart play there. Akeda. And we have a whistle.
I'll go with tripping on that one.
Timmy Poon, the mind reader for the mentalist, able to read off the referee's minds with scary accuracy. So tripping the call.
Tripping, I think it's tripping. I'm going with tripping.
Here's Yami on the right side. Andrew Lee, Albert Kersons, back to Andrew Lee. Yami picks it up, circles around. Hong Kong Panda power play. In front of the net is Karl Mark. Nobody were able to get a puck off to him. Now they do, but it slides around the end boards to Albert Kersons. Kersons goes behind the net, spins around with a very, very quick move. Karl Mark back to Kersons. Kersons with another move. Broken ankle of Brendan Lui, back to Kersons. Andrew Lee, Whitney Olsen skating in like a shark on the blue line. They ought to get a puck out back to Olsen. Now they lose control of the puck, and here is Rhett Wilcox. Onside play, Wilcox tries to sweep it to Lau Chi Lock. Now Wilcox, very smart play, goes to the other side. Centering pass to Lau Chi Lock, goalie made a save. Here is Wilcox with a wraparound, saved by Moses Fung. 6:18 to go, and just 35 seconds remaining on the power play. 6:12 to go in the second. Black Dragons playing shorthanded. Tries to stretch pass to Ryan Wong. Olsen getting back to the net. And Latour in front of him to Kersons. Kersons with speed. Goes past one with a shot. Goalie made a save. Hurries out to cover the puck for a face-up in their own zone. Still 8 seconds to go in the power play. Here's McCaskill on the left side, spins around. 2 defenders around him. Now Ryan Wong with a centering pass, and they almost scored. Scramble in front of the net. Referee right there. Yan Yi to Andrew Lee. Goes down deep, not a lot of support yet. Needs to find some time. Here is Kersons with a chip shot. Yami gets it, circles around, centers it to Andrew Lee with a shot. This one off the shin guards, and we have a breakaway chance for Brandon Lui. Brandon Lui with a shot. This one saved by the goalie. Here's another shot, also saved. A little careless shot by the Hong Kong Panda, creating that breakaway chance for the Black Dragons. And now they couldn't get it out of their own zone in front of the goalie. And that's a goal. Something went wrong.
turnovers again hurting the Pandas with the turnover at the blue line. It's going to cost them every time if they keep turning over right on that period.
I do apologize for the temporary outage. I think we have it fixed. It is 6-2, and the Black Dragons regained a 4-goal lead. Here is the Hong Kong Panda. Burton Cheng keeps it in the zone to Joe Cheng. Centering pass. Goalie made the save. Rebound. And that's a goal. Here's a centering pass. The first shot didn't go in. And the rebound. Again, that's Albert Persons. The Winston Cock, give him credit. Right there in the right position. And that's why you always try to get in front of the net. Just to get in position. Give your teammates options. Here is Winston Cock again in front of the net. A little slash by the goalie. Not picked up by the referee, of course. A 3-goal game. Once again, Hong Kong Panda refusing to go away. Burton Cheng in their own zone. Alex Persons moving the puck up again. Persons into the slot area, shoots. That one went off the boards. Bounce in for a face-up in the Dragon zone. There's a wrist shot by Whitney Olsen off the face-off, also saved by the goal. Here's another save. I think if you're wondering if there is going to be a game 3, it's going to be on May the 18th. That will be next Monday. Any game 3s will be played next Monday. Same game times, so do stay tuned. But in the rare case where both series, not looking very likely now, but if both series ends in 2 games, that means no game 3s. The next Monday will be the bronze medal game. Angeli tries to send it off to the right to Whitney Olsen. Olsen looking a little tired today, not looking like his usual self. Here's Albert Persons to Olsen with a shot. That one blocked by McCaskill. McCaskill to Wilcox. The trio, McCaskill, Wilcox, back to McCaskill. The tour in front of the net. That's a great trio right there. McCaskill still down low, waiting for the puck to get to him. Now it does. get it to Ikeda. Ikeda tries to jam it in. Goalie made the save, and we have a whistle from linesman Alex Wong.
I think you're going to see Black Dragons keep having cover on set that up.
A little more than a minute to go in the second period. Shots on goals, 32-24 in favor of Black Dragons. Goals, 6-3, and it seems like we have a penalty, Timmy.
That might be interference or hooking. We'll see in a second.
Timmy Poon unable to get the mind reading of the referees. Here is the goalie with it. Whipped on the pass. Now finally get it to Olsen, and we are not going to have an icing call. It was waved off by the front linesman. Under 30 seconds to go, and goalie let it save. Who's the goal?
Great goal by Kirsten, end to end. If you don't stop him in the middle, you're not going to stop him past the line.
Six to 4. I was busy working on something else, the graphics. And thanks, Mr. Boone, for filling in the details. And that would do it for the second period. 6-4, the score 33-25, and I'm going to show you what graphic has been working on. That would be the All-Star Games coming on this Saturday, May 16th at 8 p.m. It's going to be the All-Star Weekend. We will have a skills competition for the first hour, and then we will have an All-Star Game. We do not have a lineup for the All-Star team yet, as I think the commissioner is still trying to tally the votes, but that should be broadcasted or streamed live here on YouTube. Make sure you guys stay tuned this Saturday at 8 p.m. We'd also like to thank Gatorade for being the official sports drink of the HKL. Gatorade sponsoring and supporting local sports and ice hockey here in Hong Kong and all over the world for many, many decades. So thanks to Gatorade, our fantastic players have something to drink in between periods or between shifts. And coming up, third and final regulation period between these two teams, 6-4. The score right now, the Black Dragons had a 4-goal lead at a point, but Pooner, what happened in the second period?
I think some defensive zone mistakes were made, some turnovers, and the top guys aren't going to miss too many times, so that's why this game is 6-4. I think almost half these goals are being scored.
Alvin Person's been playing on fire today. Do you think he could, his on fire, his streak could go on and last until the end of the game?
Well, if Panda wins, tonight it will probably be him taking over for the start of this game, and he has the ability to do that.
Relatively clean game today. Not a lot of penalties to speak of. And Booner, in your opinion, fine opinion, is it just because the referees are letting play flow a little, or are players just a little more conservative today in terms of their play?
I'm sure they had a little talk, and I'm sure that they also know that this is a game of inches and penalties, so everyone's a little more conservative.
Two-goal game, third period underway. Black Dragons, the team in black, of course, leading the game by just 2 goals. And the Hong Kong Pandas, with the return of the captain and GM, Whitney Olsen, finally clicking. And with the fine play of Albert Persons, definitely one of the top players today. Oh, here's a great save by Moses Fung. Another save. With a scramble, Ron Lee to McCaskill. Finally, the Panthers gets it out of their own zone, but that's some fantastic goalkeeping right there. Albert Curson slips on his own, giving up the puck to the Black Dragons. Here is Joseph Matur back to McCaskill. McCaskill to Matur. Matur from behind the net to Wilcox, back to McCaskill. These players work so well together. It's almost like the Sedin triplets. I made that up. And let's take a look at the scramble in front of the Black Dragon, the Hong Kong Panda net not long ago. Huge saves from the goalie, Moses Fung. Look at this. He's sliding from left to right. He screened. Had to make it very, very key save there. Stretching his legs. Had Keith Fung been doing that save, he would have pulled something really badly. And all the younger players do not realize that Keith Fung, our league commissioner, don't judge him from the way he looks. He's once a very, very good goaltender, I was told. Fortunately, when I began to play, he stopped playing in net for most of the time. And even when he's on ice, he's still effective as a skater. You guys could see him in action sometimes here in Hong Kong these days. There's the Hockey Night in Hong Kong League. Friday nights, I think he plays sometimes. Right? Yeah, Friday night. Does he play every Friday?
He is on my line on Fridays.
Being league commissioner, does he stack his team up like like I would?
We have the 3 of us called the Fat Boy Mafia line because we're all over 200 pounds.
A nice casual, fun league for everyone to join. We're also on Loas Rink. We do have Loas Rink to thank for their support. There's Whitney also with a sharp angle shot. This one blocked by the goalie. 6-4 to score. 2-goal game between these two teams. Shots on goals. Both teams still apart by 12 shots. And 16.5 minutes to go in this period. Here's McCaskill. Over the blue line. Oh, very nice move.
Nice.
Moves in. Couldn't get past Hurton Cheng. Joe Cheng. Joe and Hurton, the brothers, on the same line today. Here's Joe Cheng moving in with a shot. This one saved by Rexton Tui. Still a 2-goal game. 16 minutes to go in the period in this game 2 of the best of 3 series. Albert Kersons. Kersons moving in on to the right to Hurton Cheng with a sharp angle shot. This one blocked by the goalie. Behind the blue, in front of the goal on blue line, here's Jonathan Yu. Sends it back in. Kersons in control of the puck. Joe Cheng in front of the net. Kersons looking for a way to pass the puck. Surrounded by black shirts, and a final let up the shot saved by the goalie. A little more than 15 minutes to go. Here is Natur on the left side, leaves it back to Ryan. Back to Natur to Wilcox. Wilcox let up a shot. He's clutching his head. Might be injured. We do already have penalties called. It's delayed penalties. McCaskill bringing the puck back into his own zone. Pulling the goalie. Now we have a 6-on-5. Wilcox grimacing in pain. From what I can see, no blood from his nose. His teeth are all intact, I think. But he looks like he's in pain. Here is Antonelli. Sharp angle shot. This one blocked by the goalie. Still a delayed penalty right now. Feel for the referees. They have their arms up for quite a while now. Must be tired arms. Now, Hong Kong Panda have possession, and here comes the penalty against the Hong Kong Panda.
A bit of an arm workout for our referees there.
I think we might have the footage for the penalty. Get it, catch it. It should be right where? Here. That's Hurton Cheng. And the referee got the right guy. Good job. I've repped sometimes in the past, and the worst thing for me is when I have to call a penalty. Being an old man, sometimes I forget because I have my arms up for such a long time. I kind of forgot. And once I blow the whistle, I like have a long pause, everyone looking at me, and I just say, I would consult my other referee. Who is that?
That's when your partner is extra important to go,
Yeah.
I know who it is, exactly who it is.
Normally, I don't have a mind-reading partner, so they didn't know what I was going to call. So make for some awkward moments. Now Black Dragons with another power play tonight. I think the Hong Kong Pandas tonight, a little too many penalties. Oh, here's Albert Kersons on the left side. Kersons to the sharp angle shot. This one went wide. Puck bounced around the boards. Yamith whipped on the pass, almost creating a breakaway. Kersons moves back alongside with the puck. Puck took a weird bounce off the boards. Intended pass to Whitney Olsen. Here's McCaskill. Goes past two defenders with a shot. Blocked by Moses Fung. 13 minutes and change to go in the game. Jonathan Yu with a pass. Here is Whitney Olsen with 2-on-1. Olsen with a shot brought down. And no call. Whitney Olsen was brought down, and as a result, he ran into the goalie. The goalie was brought down.
I think he went down on his own.
I think so. No harm done, no penalty calls, nothing. And Hurton Cheng's 42 seconds still on the board. It's still a 2-goal game, 13:04 to go. Lots of time for the Hong Kong Pandas to come back into the game. Surely the owners of the Hong Kong Panda, Hockey Worldwide and Puck Empire, surely watching this game go on. If you're watching on the stream, shout out from Scotty Yang, the commentator. And surely, and also Timmy Poon, the color guy, making his voiced debut. He's been on the show for, well, since the beginning, actually, but he never really had a voice. Today, our dear viewers finally gets the opportunity to hear his charming voice for the first time.
Love to hear you guys leave a comment.
And this also serves as a proof for any one of your girlfriends that you're here working working for ice hockey, volunteering your time, and making this stream available for everyone. And now this incredible game 2 of this best of 3 series between the Hong Kong Panda and the Black Dragons. The final 11.5 minutes going through. It's Joseph Latour picked off by Hurton Cheng. Cheng with a pass to Carl Mock. Mock with a nice tip pass to Andrew Lee. Lee working his way in, cutting across, centering pass from behind the blue line, the goal line. Sending pass out from behind the goal line is usually a difficult task. A lot of times you're getting the puck out in desperation. Here's McCaskill, 6'4", still the score. McCaskill not in any danger at all, as this team really desperately needs this win here to stay in this series. They are down by a game. And it's in this best of 3 series, if our viewers do not understand, some of them do not, it's basically any team, the team who wins the 2 games out of the 3 games will win the series and advance to the finals or the gold medal game of the inaugural Hong Kong League. .07 remaining in the game. Well, in regulation, game will go into overtime. If it's a tie game after 60 minutes of play. Here's Whitney Olsen, nice move there. Gets it into the zone, chasing after the puck is Will. Whitney Olsen himself chips it off to Persons. Very nice pass. Persons back to Olsen. Olsen gets it, looking at the blue line now. Blue line, Yam Yi with a long shot, flipped down by the goalie, and we will have another face-up in the Dragon zone. 9:39 to go in the regulation.
And that look like they're shortening the bench a bit today.
Wilcox sends it up to Ryan Wong. Wong with a shot, glove save, rebound. Cleared out by Hurton Cheng. Persons goes the other way. Persons coming in from the left side, coming to center, leads it to Whitney Olsen. Olsen with 2 shots, 1 block. Well, both blocks. Pearson a shot, spin around shot by Whitney Olsen. That one saved by the goalie. Latour cutting into the slot area. Deflected. Here's a one-timer by number 98, Isaac Chan, and it's a goal. Would have been a deflating goal for the Hong Kong Pandas.
Nice goal nonetheless. One-timer in, no chance for the goalie.
You can kind of tell from the body language of Albert's Persons the disappointment. And sometimes it's really hard. You spent so much effort climbing back from the 4-goal deficit. The tie game was so within reach. But the Black Dragons spoiled that dream with their 7th goal of the game. And now they are leading the game by 3 goals again. Now for the Hong Kong Pandas, there's still a lot of time to score 3 goals. This is playoff action, and all they need is 3 goals to tie the game up and send it into overtime. It's not like when you're in the regular season, you want to play for placement. You have to win by a certain number of goals, which is not the case. This game, the margin that decides the game will have nothing to do with how the future, the series progresses. All that matters at the end of the day is a win, and that's all they need. Lau Chi Lok, Isaac Chan. Joe Cheng turns around, send it down deep. Yam Yi, very, very active hands and feet. Back to Hurton. Cheng with a long shot. This one, rebound! Joe Cheng with the rebound. Back to Yam Yi. Back to Joe. Joe whips it. Blocker saved by the goalie. Rebounded by the Black Dragon. Sends it down deep. Icing waved off. Lau Chi Lok alone in front. The goalie Moses Fung out to play the game. Backhands it. The other side plays it out of harm. And Andrew Lee couldn't quite pick the puck up. Ikeda has it, backhands it, tries to get it to Wilcox. Here's Albert Kersons. Kersons sends it down deep. McCaskill picks it up. And now the goalie. Risky play by the goalie. Direct shot. Under 6, a little more than 6.5 minutes to go. Puck sent out of bounds. Face up in the Panda zone.
Still plenty of time to come back and win this game. 3 goals in 6.5. Let's see what's the next game.
Face off in the Panda zone, 3-goal game. Persons shifted off the boards. McCaskill with the steal, and Latour with the shot. That one went high. We're already seeing Cora Bowl players getting ready around the rink. Some of the players already dressed, fully dressed. That's rare for hockey players here in Hong Kong. A lot of them don't even start getting dressed until the Zamboni's on the ice. Here's Albert Kersons going in. Backhand shot saved by the goalie. Kersons get his own rebound. Kersons to Eugene Lee. Olsen. Persons with the puck. 3-goal game, 5:36 to go. Persons with a long shot, just deflected. Latour with the puck, sends it for a stretch pass, trying to get it to Wilcox. Been waiting for the puck along the opponent's blue line. Olsen trying to get the puck in the offensive zone. And now Latour has the puck in the attacking zone. Latour gets it to Brandon Louis. Louis back to Latour. Ryan Lee. Lee to Latour. Cross ice to McCaskill with a shot. This one blocked. Latour still with the puck. Very nice play. To McCaskill trying to go past everybody. Gets his own rebound. McCaskill shoots. Blocker safe. Out of bounds. Face off in the Panda zone. 4:38 to go and expect timeout to come anytime soon.
A little bit of frustration, but otherwise.
Angeli to Joe Cheng. I think the problem for the Hong Kong Pandas today, they're really missing Jovi Watt and Tommy Allen. It's not just an individual player, it's they have those players. The two lines would not have been spread so thin. They would have much more even lines to match up against the Black Dragons. The Black Dragons, they have, of course, their top line of McCaskill, Latour, and Wilcox, but their secondary lines can keep up with the Hong Kong Pandas most of the time. Brandon Louis with a shot. This one went wide. Winston Kopp. From behind the net. Joe Cheng looking for Andrew Lee. That one intercepted by number 7, Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee moves it back to Ryan Lee. 3:38 to go. Here's scrambling right in front of me, in front of the Panda bench. Three minutes to go, 3-goal game. It is getting safer and safer to say the game should be all set. Surely the Hong Kong Pandas are not going to give up just yet. Here is Whitney Olsen, the captain. Olsen going in with a whipper. That one went in. 7-5, 2-goal game. Whitney Olsen turns around, whips it through. It has to be blocked. I mean, it has to be going through traffic. Yeah, there you go. Goalie could not see the shot at all. He was trying to go down. Last half a second, maybe he realized the puck was going up. But here comes the Black Dragons up with a shot of their own in front of the goalie, and with a no goal, 2-goal game with 2.5 minutes to go. Persons and Olsen on the ice now. Expect these two to play until the very end of the game. And at some point they will have to discuss when to pull the goalie, who to send it in, who to send in. Here's McCaskill. 2-goal game with 2.5 minutes to go. Long shot, made to save goalie. Persons with the puck. Grabs it, sends it cross ice. Olsen trying to get it. Olsen now gets it. Persons not the greatest pass by Olsen I've seen. But Olsen gets it, and it's an onside play.
You can touch the puck there, they're offside.
He touched it, it would have been offside. And now the goalie's going away. Hong Kong Panda playing with empty net. So far they've been unable to control play. Here is Persons. Let's see how he starts off the offense. Persons, very nice skating skills. Look, kids, if you want to learn skating, we'll take a look at Albert Persons. Textbook. Puck behind the net. McCaskill gets it. McCaskill aiming for the empty net. Now weaves around, making the shot and misses. Now will be an icing call against the Black Dragons. 1:18 to go, 2-goal game.
I think you can do that with a 2-goal lead, but 1-goal lead, maybe not.
Wilcox with the open net attempt, and he does, gets it. 8-5, the goal. That should really do it for the Hong Kong Pandas. Open net, Wilcox with the puck. And he's not going to miss from that distance. It'll be a good time for us to make the plug. Game 3 of the series will continue next Monday, May the 18th, here at Rink. That's going to be game 3 and the final semi-final game between these two teams. That game will decide the result of this series. And that game would come after the Saturday's All-Star weekend. I'd love to show you those graphics later on. For this game, 38 more seconds to go. Black Dragons coming back to win this one. And for that final semi-final game next Monday, we'll be looking at both games putting their best players on the ice. It'll be a one game for all situation. Here's Brandon Loy with another shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. Really, that's it for the game. 8-5. The final score. Shots on goals 51-37 in favor of the Black Dragons. And don't forget, this coming Saturday, May the 16th at 8 p.m. Tune in onto our YouTube channel for the All-Star Weekend. The first hour would be filled with all sorts of interesting skills competitions. And then from 9:15 onwards, there will be a single All-Star game with the best players from all 4 teams on the Hong Kong League. This game, the final score 8-5. Black Dragons wins it. These two teams play again next Monday here at Rink. We'll take a break. When we're back, we'll bring you the game between Tar Bulls and the Aviators.
You know what? No, it's going to be under.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hong Kong League action. My name is Scotty Yang, alongside with Tim Poon, our newly foisted color commentary guy. We welcome you to Game 2 of this best-of-3 semi-final series between the Turtles and the Aviators. Once upon a time, a long time ago, the Turtles won the game 10-3 over the Aviators, so they took Game 1. And if the Aviators want to extend the series to Game 3, they will need to win this game here today. And Timmy, what's your thought about these two teams tonight, and any predictions?
I'm going to go with a lower scoring game, and I'm going to go ahead and say that goaltending is going to win this game.
Goaltending's going to win this game. What are you implying? Are you implying Horace Grant? No. Horace Sherm or David Lamb, one of them being the inferior goalie?
I'm going to say that...
You see the photo you're taking yourself right now?
I'm going to think that they're both going to be stars if they're 3 stars.
That's a little too late, isn't it? You know, if you want to send your complaints, visit www.hkciha.com. What he says has no relations to me. It's not my opinion. Just to get that out of there. But the Turtles had a convincing win. Whoa, that was a long time ago. 4 weeks ago. That was in April, on April the 20th. That was 3 weeks ago. 10-3 was the score. And during that game, Jimmy Fanstone had a goal for the 2 goals for the Aviators. Francis Lamb had the other one. But for the Turtles, it's Jordan So and Eric Eustace carrying the majority of the scoring for the team. Both players had monster games, and now we will look forward to seeing these two teams going at each other again in 3 full periods of hard body checking action already underway. In blue, the Aviators. Here is number 9, Connor Quinn from the Turtles. With a one-timer of Jordan So, here is Bobby Yan. I think today, Turtles, they have everybody here, and I mean every single body. If you have a chance to take a look at their bench, I think their bench is packed. No room at all. So many people. Wow, 好多人啊. And on the Aviator bench, it's just 5 guys. So that's 5 against 10. So it's a disadvantage for the Aviators right off the bat. And on the Aviator bench, we see number 88, Yannick Wong, Brian Knowles, Uno Wong, these guys on my right side. But perhaps the most important player, number 72, Jimmy Fanstone, and 42, Dave DeLucci. You're on the ice right now, paired up with Francis Lamb. Here is a broken stick, Eric Eustace. Eustace probably not very worried about sticks anymore, as I think he's producing his own hockey sticks now. Now this is not sponsored, but if you are interested in a hockey stick, you know, Eric Eustace is the guy to hook up to. And we do apologize for the blank scoreboard. It's once again not working very well here we'll wait for the league officials to reboot the system. Right here it is again. Exciting back and forth action here today. This game, perhaps the pacing of the game a little faster than the first game we had today between the Hong Kong Pandas and the Black Dragons. And of course, if you've been watching, the Black Dragons won that game. And they will have a game 3 next Wednesday. Next Monday. Next Monday here on Lois Rink, same time, same place. In this game, if they want a game 3, then the Aviators would need to win it. Yeah, sometimes I would, when in playoff action, when there are best of 3, best of 5 series, I'd also go to the other manager and say, hey, want to tie this game up, tie this series up? You know, we'll lose the next game. Just let us win this game so we can maximize our investment. You know, we get more ice time.
Maximize the ice time.
None of the managers agreed. That would be considered, I don't know, what do you call it? Puck fixing? Is that what it's called here in ice hockey?
Conglomerating?
Yeah. Here's number 66. And I think that would be Owen Kwok. Let me phone a friend and ask our league commissioner about it. And I've just texted him live. How great can this be? Oh, here's a post. Goalie David Lam. Haven't seen him for a long time. It's been Aviators been playing with goalie King Ho. Here is Brian Gill with his white pant shells. Ying Young. Very nice passing, folks. This is a very, very good team in terms of passing, and throughout the season, this team, I don't know, it's just the way the team's been drafted. A lot of team chemistry in this team. It's just confirmation from our league commissioner, Keith Fong, number 66 in blue. It's in fact an emergency call-up. Owen Kwok. So not good news for the Aviators. They have to resort to an emergency call-up. I think it's not the best choice they could have made, picking up Owen Kwok. They have far better players to pick up instead of Owen Kwok, like me, Tim McCoon, and Keith Fong. And for those who doesn't know, it was a joke. Right? Don't take that too seriously. I know there are haters out there, so a joke is a joke is a joke. And I thought it's clear enough it's a joke.
It's pretty clear to me, Scott.
Here's a one-timer on the right side from Connor Quinn. He fanned it and it was wide. But look at the speed this Toro team has. Here's another player I haven't seen for a long time, number 64, that would be Jeff Griffin. The Aviator bench calling for a goal, but the referee and line persons did not agree on it. We'll take a quick look. Horace Chung again with the net. Puck never really crossed the line. Bringing back really, oh, that was a goal. I was ready to take a chip out of the Edmonton Oilers fans. But no, that's a real goal.
I was zooming a bit.
Right off a face-off. And a goal.
That was my bad.
Goalie was screened. And hey, guess what? Number 64, Jeff Griffin. A long-time veteran D1 player here in Hong Kong, China. Got to add China after it. Jeff Griffin very, very. I also had the pleasure of playing him, or the honor of playing alongside with Jeff a few years back. That was before COVID hit, and we've been together for a season, and he was such a great player. He came back out from retirement, and he was on the ice. He's not the flashiest player, he's not the fastest player, but he's always in the right positions. He receives passes to get to the net, to get to bang in the rebounds. He's always there. Very, very smart hockey player. And of course, with his wealth of experience, he's there to guide our team. And I believe we won something with Jeff on our roster. He's just that good. Certainly, he's not the youngest player on the ice. He's probably one of the older ones, but no, he doesn't show it all. He's still hanging in there with the youngsters and performing admirably. Here's a nice shot by Francis Lamb, one of the top scorers for the Aviators. And ever since the return of Jimmy Fanstone around Christmas time last year, Francis Lamb and Jimmy Fanstone's been working together as a top pairing on the team. They've been managing to get some very good results. And just to remind our dear viewers, for at least the first third of the season, the Aviators were rock bottom in terms of standings. They've won their season openers against the Toro Bulls, interestingly, but have lost every single game ever since. Here's going to be a delay penalty against the Aviators. It's going to be on number 8. That'll be Solomon Kim. Still a delayed penalty. A lot of exercise for the referees today, keeping their arms up for an extended period of time. I'm not quite sure if Timmy Choi has the muscle strength to sustain his arm in that position for such a long time, but he made it through.
And I think this is a chance to say that Francis Lamb is my cousin's nephew. I just found that out.
No way.
2 years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
And you really?
And I didn't know him at all.
You didn't know him at all?
And I just found that out through my cousin.
So can you kind of sweet talk to him so he can join our team next season?
I don't know about that.
Francis Lamb, if I have not, if I have remembered correctly, that he's one of the Discovery Bay gangs, right?
Yeah, and he is.
Right, so Francis Lamb and Evan Thorpe, 2 of the players. I know that are residents of Discovery Bay. And for viewers who doesn't know about Discovery Bay, it's a nice, quiet neighborhood off in one of the outlying islands here in Hong Kong, China. Puck deflected out of bounds, gave our linesman Alex Wong a little scare there, but nice duck. Great reflex from Alex Wong, the linesman. Still a minute to go in the power play. And number 10, Brian Knowles in the sin bin, having a great counseling session with League Commissioner Keith Fong. Puck went out of bounds again. And although there aren't a lot of goals or shots to speak of, this game remained a fairly high-paced game. A lot of back and forth action. And that's going to be a disadvantage for the Aviators down the stretch. of today's game is they're short-handed. Well, they are short benched. If we include their emergency call-up player, they have 10 skaters in total. They do have 2 goalies today, but when you look at the Toro Bulls, you have 12, 13 players suited up. So on the sustainability of the speed and stamina of the players, the Toro Bulls will certainly have the edge here today. Here's Connor Quinn again. Quinn moving in with a shot saved by David Lamb. Lamb performing very well so far this game, keeping their team to a perfect record. Themselves with, and of course, the lead as well.
He's going to have a busy night for sure, Scotty.
Busy night, but not a lot of goals scored so far this game. We're nearing the halfway mark of the opening period, just 1 goal between these 2 teams. And with high-scoring teams like these two, I kind of expect these 2 teams to score a lot of goals. Here's an inside shot. It's been blocked by number 88, Yannick Wong. Oh, here's another shot by Eric Eustace. 1-1 tie. Look at Eustace. Uses a couple of players to screen the goalie. Watch from this angle right there. 1-2 goalies. Yannick Wong and Jordan So both blocking the goalie's view. As David Lamb with no chance to get to the puck. 1-1 tie is the score. 7-5. A relatively equal, even stat line for both teams. Here is Jimmy Fanstone. Fanstone spins around for Yannick Wong. Wong gets it down low to Francis Lamb. Now the Toro Bulls goes back the other way. You have to note the Aviators, one of the few teams to have beaten the Toro Bulls in the regular season. So they have to have a way with this almost unbeatable team in the Toro Bulls. Long shot by number 4, Curtis Chan. Chan with a fantastic performance in the IIHF World Championships here in Hong Kong, China. Here's another goal. Beats goalie David Lamb.
Just dominates forward by the Bulls.
This is from the side of the rink, and look at Bob Yan, number 27, in front of the net, unchecked, and he was just there, picking up the pass, rips it to the opposite side, or the far side, scores the goal, head goal. Here's Rumble with a long shot, blocker saved by David Lamb. Belucci tries to drive the puck out into the neutral zone, picked up by Brian Gill. Eustace sent it down low. Rumble gave it away to Jeff Griffin. Eustace, Brian Gill to Rumble, shoots, and the save by the goalie. Belucci with the puck from behind the net, sends it out, connects with Jeff Griffin. Griffin leaves it behind to Yuno Wong. Yuno tried to move it back to Brian Knowles. Now stolen by Connor Quinn with a shot. This one went wide. Picks up his own rebound in the backhand shot. Also saved by the goalie. Out to Jordan So. Moves it back to Bob Yan. Yan with some nice moves. Cutting in with a shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. Eustace. So, Quinn, long shot. Bob Yan, Jordan So. Spins around. Oh, nice stretch pass to number 21. Leon Ruel with a breakaway chance. Goes in with a shot. No goal. Here comes the Aviators again. Another shot. Bob Yan to Jordan So, working very well, these two together. Here is Connor Quinn. Out to Curtis Chan with a shot. Saved by the goalie. But you got to see that one. The breakaway chance. Backhand shot. Goalie, I think, had a piece of it. On to the right side. Ugh. So close. Solomon Kim to Jimmy Fanstone. Forces his way in to Kim. Kim from behind the net looking for Fanstone. Fanstone moving around the crease. Here is Yannick Wong looking behind. Yannick Wong, the general manager for the senior men's team, Hong Kong, China, which are in the World Championships not too long ago. Seeing him as a teenager, a kid, growing up to be a young man, and now managing the senior men's team for Hong Kong, China. It's been a great ride. Two and still the score, Toro Bulls over the Aviators, but scoring has stopped. Both teams right now still looking competitive, although the shots on goal numbers would suggest otherwise. 10-5 the shot count with the Toro Bulls in the lead. Here is Jimmy Fanstone coming in 2-on-2, shot wide. Leon Ruel with the shot from the blue line. That one blocked twice by two players. Curtis Chan on to the left side. Lots of players on the Toro Bulls bench. Now we have a whistle. What was that for?
Sometimes I need a reminder that it's still contact hockey, so he took one against the board. So
very hard to find who's missing from the Toro Bulls bench. I would say number 3, Hayes Poe, is missing. Kenji Wu is here. Max Chow is here. They have pretty much everyone. But for the Toro Bulls, for the Aviators, the same could not be said. Julian Chow missing. Ryan Wong, I think, is missing. Yeah, Ryan Wong's missing. John Yoon's missing. Jesse Lucier, of course, out with a serious injuries. He won't be back for another while. And certainly he's out of the season. Shi Chen Yun's gone. So Guys Kwong, I think, is also not here. So they are missing quite a number of crucial players on their roster. So it's going to be a tough game for them. And they do need this win to extend the series. Great save by David Lamb.
Yeah, dominating on all areas of the ice.
4:01 remaining in the opening period. The 2-1 to score, shot count 12-6. The Aviators had a great start, but the Toro Bulls have been building. And they've been playing better and better by the minute. Max Chow to Jordan So. There's no hand pass there. Bob Yan from behind the net sends it to the blue line. Curtis Chan to Bob Yan. Yan down low to Jordan So with a backhand shot. Goalie made the save. And face up in the Aviator zone. 3:17 to go in the period. Goalie David Lamb actually had a piece of the shot. The puck trickled through the 5-hole, and David Lamb realized and squeezed the legs together. There's Owen Kwok, the emergency call-up player. Max Chow corrals the puck in their own zone. Sends it forward, and now moves it backwards, back to Max Chow. Ken Jiwoo on the right, but he said went to the left for Brian Gill. Gill to Curtis Chan, picked up by Jimmy Fanstone. He's going to be a delayed penalty, and it's going to be a hooking call. This time I see it nice and clear. No magic needed from Pooner. What's going to happen in this power play, Pooner?
They've had how many shots on? They had 6
6
shots, so they're going to be concentrating on getting shots in the net here.
They try to even up the shot count, but immediately the Toro Bulls were able to clear the puck into the Aviator zone with 1:50 remaining in the power play. Owen Kwok to Bellucci. Try to get it to Fanstone, intercepted by Rex 2. Here comes the Toro Bulls. Bulls with Eustace. Centers it to Brian Gill. Goalie made the save. Bellucci to Owen Kwok. Kwok going in with a shot. This one went wide. Jimmy Fanstone backhands it down low for Francis Lamb. Lamb unable to control puck. Here is Eric Eustace. Ying Young takes a hit from Jimmy Fanstone, loses possession. Leon Well to Yuno Wong. Bob Yan placed the body, gave it away to the Aviator with a shot. Goalie with a save, and that's the face-off in the Toro Bowl zone. Backhand shot in the slot area, and Boris Chung has all the angles covered. 48 seconds to go in the power play to the Aviators. Yannick Kwong stops the puck, shoots in, rebounded by Yuna Wong, but in the neutral zone instead. Yuna Wong goes in, try to cut past everybody. It's not going to work in this level. Here's Brian Knowles. Knowles with a pass to Yannick Wong with a one-timer. Goalie steers it along to the side. Solomon Kim on the right side with 48 seconds to go in the opening period. Solomon Kim with a long shot, blocked by the goalie. Puck went into midair, and now Yannick Wong keeps it in. 38 seconds to go in the period, and that's it for the power play. Both teams are back 5 apiece. Solomon Kim spins around, sends it down the ice. 25 seconds to go. Here's Bobby Yan. 2-on-1, shoots. That one went wide. Bobby Yan again sends it to Max Chow, and they score. Corbo scores one before the end of the first period. And look at a scramble in front of the net. Chaos, and goalie once again screened. At least 3 players right in front of the goalie, David Lamb. So from 3 goals scored, at least 2 of them screened. So hey, if it's working, why change it? If it ain't fixed, if it ain't broke, why fix it? That's how the Turbo's been playing.
Definitely a killer goal at the end of that period.
As it for the first period, 3-1 to score. Turbo's leading the game. We'll take a short break. Reminder of fine viewers, this Saturday, May 16th at 8 p.m. we will have the All-Stars Weekend here for the HKL here in Rink. At 8 p.m. there's going to be skills competition at around 9:15. There will be the All-Star game. The roster has not been announced yet, so do stay tuned at our website, www.hongkongleague.com. There you can find the All-Star rosters. We're still tallying the votes. And the second period just underway. 3-1 to score. 16-9 is the shot count. Here's Rex Koo. Here comes Koo with a shot, blocked by the goalie with a shot, with a save. And also, next Monday, May the 18th, is going to be Game 3 for the semifinals. There will be a Game 3 for sure. That's going to be the Hong Kong Panda versus the Black Dragons. And whether the Aviators and the Turbos will have another Game 3, that will all depend on the next 40 minutes. The Aviators will have to win this game today to have a Game 3. Otherwise, next Monday, it's going to be Game 3 at 8:30 at night between the Black Dragons and the Hong Kong Panda. And after that game, it would be just me and Timmy playing scrimmage on the open ice.
I'll sharpen my skates, buddy.
Yeah, we'll add Conger to the mix as well.
Conger on the pads.
And the referees as well. It's going to be a fun experience there. 19 minutes to go in the second. Rex Koo to the side to Kenji Wu. Both very young players. Wu. And we see a lot of things, a lot of younger players do is that they hold on to the puck and they don't really think about what to do with the puck until it's a little too late. You guys don't carry the puck all the way until you have absolutely no other options but to center the puck. And that's something that these players can learn from the great captains of all these teams. Dave Bellucci, McCaskill, Whitney Olsen, and who am I missing? Eric Eustace. They're all very experienced players, all top players here in Hong Kong, China. And all their, here's a shove by number 21. In Leon Ruel, that one went unnoticed. Here is Jordan So with an onside play. That was a goal. Jordan So scores another, continuing the streak. Very nice stretch pass, onside play to Jordan So. One single move beats the goalie clean. And here's another goal.
A little bit of a goalie change here. I think we're going to see Kinger come in. And it will be King coming out.
We do apologize for the outage for our scoreboards again. Try to get it fixed. Hopefully during the intermission. Score is 5-1 for the Toro Bulls. Here's a sideway pass. Oh, and we have a new goalie in the net for the Aviators. That's number 60. King Ho. And just look at the Toro Bulls, they're playing better and better. Here's Bong Yan. It was a very nice move. That one, I think, went off the goalie into the board, but that was
Face off inside.
an unbelievable shot. Look at Bong Yan with a nice play there. Thought of making a pass, but look at that. Fools the goalie and missed the shot. Just another look at that shot there. Goalie was committed. The perhaps goal, King Ho, the goalie, had most of the angle covered, making the shot a little harder for Bobby Yan. Still the score, 16:57 to go in the second period. Face-up win by the Toro Bulls. Sends it alongside the boards to Rumble. Here is Owen Kwok unable to get it out of their own zone. Puck stolen by the Toro Bulls, and the Aviators are looking a little sluggish now compared to their initial first period. But there's still a lot of hockey to play. The young Ruel centering pass, shoots, and they scored, or did they not? They did, according to the referee. No one complained, so that has to be a good goal. Off to the sides, in front of the goalie. That's a good goal.
Nice pass, nice goal.
That's a long goal horn. 5-2 the score, 16-16 to go in the second. Shot count a little more respectable now, 20-12. Just 8 shots between these two teams. Aviators, a relatively calm and quiet team. Perhaps the players a little too tired to express their emotions or to participate in the action once they're on the bench. Friendly chatter between players on the bench.
Probably the best two peer skaters that we've ever taken. Ying and Eustace.
Bobby Yan again, centering pass to Brian Gill. Yannick Wang tries to go all the way in. Wang spins around, sweeps it to the other side. To number 10, Brian Gold. Jeff Ribbon took a little trip there, falls down. The referee, Greg Rizal, assessed a tripping penalty.
Somewhat dismay.
Obviously, the Cardinals are not going to be happy about the call, but they're up by 3 goals. Ting Ho trying to play the puck a little risky play there. He was fumbling with the puck a little. Here's Bellucci. Stolen by Connor Quinn. Connor Quinn goes in, the 2-1-3. Direct shot, this one went wide and zipped off out of bounds. 14:50 to go in the second, of minute 36 to go in the power play. 5-2 the score. Bellucci. The 1 clock. Clock to Vanstone. To Francis Lamb. Almost had it. Now here comes Cardinals on a 3-on-2. Francis Lamb slow to back check. And they score off the 3-on-2.
A miss on one end and a goal on another.
Let's take a look at the miss first. Going in, shoots. Almost had it. That was just missed by an inch or two, and now the goal. Look at the very upright Aviator players. Not a lot of strength to complete the back check. That left goalie King Ho hanging out there to dry. Now it's a 4-goal game. And a reminder, it's an Aviator power play. That's a hit by number 21, Leon Well. That went unnoticed. It's a goal for sure, but the game is starting to look a little chippy. goal. Goal, very nice goal. And just follow through. 6-3 is a 3-goal game. Here's HKL for the Torbles coming in on the left side. Trying to jam it in. Goalie had a save on the glove. Once again, we do apologize for the lack of a scoreboard. It's still having a little difficulty. We'll have to try and get it solved between the intermission. 6-3 to score, 22-14 is the shot count. Here's Yannick Wang. Going in, taken down, no calls. Referee Greg Rizzo signaled to play on. Curtis Chan. Chan to Gill. Gill flipped it to Kenji Wu. Wu with the puck, intercepted by Jeffrey Tai. Tai moves it up to number 19, Yuno Wang. The Aviators, this game, really tough game to play. Here is Kenji Wu on the left side, gonna centerate. Curtis Chan, this one missed everyone. Bob Yan. Here's a shot saved by the goalie, King Ho. Jeff Griffin. Eustace centering past the Rumble. Back to Eustace with the rebound. Gets it out to Bob Yan. On to the right. Now back to Eustace. Eustace down deep to Yan. The shot between the legs scored another goal for the Toro Wolves. What a goal.
Aviators looking really tired.
They are, but the Toro Wolves looking fresher and fresher, if there's such a thing. A look at the player in the red gloves. Here's Bob Yan behind, well, in between the legs. Shot beats the goalie, King Ho. When you have players making moves like that, just have a score. Here's Bobby Yan. Shot by number 59, Jörg Fritzky. Bob Yan with the shot. This one blocker saved by the goalie. Ying Young, Bob Yan. Gets it to Jordan So. So, a very good player, sees the pass immediately, goes after the puck. And that's one of the small, tiny little things players don't do here in Hong Kong. Once you see the pass, you just hustle towards where the pass is going to end up. Local players here in Hong Kong, especially lower league players, to see a pass, well, they remain still, they stand upright, waiting for the puck to come to them. And once they see the pass, they start moving. It's just not the way to play the game. Seven to 3, 4-goal game now. This Rex going in, and the pass saved by the goalie King Ho. Curtis Chan to Rex Koo. Koo to to Max Chow with a long shot blocked. Yannick Wong tried to get it out, intercepted by Max Chow. Jordan So with the puck. Max Chow. Solomon Kim with the puck. Rex Koo, fine young man, gets the puck out to number 4, Curtin Chan. Now it's going to be an offside play, but corralled by Solomon Kim, as nicely said by Timmy Poon, the team in blue. They don't, I wouldn't say as far as they're tired, but they're not as sharp as they were in the first period. 7-3, 10 goals combined, these two teams. Eric Eustace. One time by Bob Nyan, fanned on it. And Yuno Wong with the puck. Yuno Wong has to shoulder second line duties today due to a very short bench for the Aviators. Crucial game for this team here, but a lot of different reasons. Unable to field a complete roster, which is unfortunate. Here's Eustace to Brian Gill and sends it in for save by King Mo, the goalie. Busy night as that's a nice golf save. Very busy night as predicted by Tim Kuhn, but he didn't know the workload would have been spread over 2 goalies. Horace Kuhn with a play. Jimmy Fanstone to Francis Lamb to Bellucci. Bellucci tries to send it in, banks it off the skate. Owen Kwok with the puck. I think the Aviators need a little more help up front. And you want to consider saying Owen Kwok and Bellucci up front if they could play forward. I think it must be able to.
I probably agree with you. They need something up front.
Because they were down by 4 goals. They need a drastic change in terms of how the setup has been working. Curtis Chan from behind their own net, up by 4 goals. Now the shot count is up to 29-15. It's 14 shot difference. Here is Dave Bellucci on a 3-on-2. Bellucci, backhand shot saved by the goalie. It's a nice 3-on-1. It started off, but it ended up at 3-on-2. Bellucci was the fastest player. Nobody was able to catch up with him. Backhanded the shot, and the goalie made a great save. 6:08 remaining. Here is Jordan So with a breakaway of his own, and he's put it past the goalie, scoring the 8th goal for the Toro Bulls. Dorenso on the right, one deke move, gets the goalie committed, slides it past the 5-hole. Jeff Griffin, sideways pass, gave it away. Here's Yannick Wong. Back to Solomon Kim. Brian Knowles on the right side, didn't know where the puck went. As he skated backwards as the puck moved forward. Rex Koo, very nice player. Tough, agile. Can hit and can take a hit. Good shot too. Ying Young on the right, that was offside, clearly offside.
I wonder what the puck possession time is.
It's going to be brutal, but we don't have those advanced stats. All we have going on for us is shots on goals.
That set play is being executed like 4 or 5 times before the face off.
Under 5 minutes to go in the period.
Bad pass, still kept in.
Doing a good job. Three minutes to go. 8-3 still the score. Solomon Kim unable to make the connection, but Aviators playing with a little more urgency for the past couple of minutes. Here's Brian Knowles, gave it away to Ying Young. Right now, nothing's working for the Aviators. The passes are just not connecting. I think that's one of the biggest difference between the Aviators and the Toro Bulls. Everything's going the Toro Bulls' way this game. The passes are sticking, the shots are hitting, and none of that for the Aviators. Here is Owen Kwok. Kwok moves in, tries to go past everybody, and now runs into 3 defenders. Jurg Sprich to Jacob Rumble. Sends it back in. The goalie missed the save with this thing. Oh, the goalie, he is getting cocky there. That's a no-no. It's going to come back and bite. And Horace Jung has his own self to blame. Here's a dangerous shot. Jeff Driven slow to get up, and Dave Bellucci with a smile on his face. He almost hit Jeff Griffin on the face, and there's a mid-ice collision. It might be knee on knee, but a lot of weird things going on ever since Horace Jung made that interesting move, and it was all good. Dave Bellucci and Eric Eustace, both good friends. They're all smiles. That's a good attitude. The great atmosphere in this game despite the score. Not that often you find cheerful players like that after such an incident. Usually like gloves will be flying, sticks flying everywhere. Jurg Christie to Rex Koo. Here comes the Aviators coming in with a lot more speed compared to the first half of the second period. Bellucci with the puck. Owen Kwok on his left goes all the way in. Try to cut in, blocked by Ying Young. Great defensive play there. Bellucci spins around to Yuna Wong. Wong unable to make the centering pass. Puck back to their own zone. Owen Kwok tries to make the pass. Puck skipped over his stick, so he spins back. But regain control of the puck, pestered by four checkers from the Toro Bulls. Now Yuna Wong swings it. Almost made a boo-boo there. Eric Eustace. Eustace to Connor Quinn. Quinn back to Eustace. Breakthrough. And that one didn't hit. 15 seconds to go. And that should pretty much do it in the second period. Just one more shot from Jordan So. Goalie made the save. Now do it. Second period, 8-3. I'll take a break. When we're back, third period.
Turnover by Gill. Gill steals. And great save by King Ho. And puck will go behind the net. Aviators with the puck. Nice pass up the boards. Oh, quick turnover. And sent back deep into the Aviator zone. Bob will start out with it. Familiar green helmet. He'll skate out with it. Nice across the line, but not offside. And a goal by number 8, Aviators. What will they do? So that was an offside, but nonetheless an Aviators goal. Great goal by number 8.
Finally get the scoreboard back up. Took a lot of running. Goalie couldn't quite get the entire puck. It slid past the 5-hole. 8-4. Corner, the Aviators, you see them coming back into the game, the stage, down by 4 goals. Rangel from behind the net gets it out to Curtis Chan. Yannick Wong tries to grab the puck from mid-air. Oh, nice pass to Francis Lam. Lam gives it to Leon Ruel. Goalie sweeps it aside. And here's Bob Ngan. Ngan to Gill. Gill back to Ngan. Ngan cuts into the slot area and shoots. Glove saved by the goalie, King Ho. Rumble. Gave it away. Solomon Kim to Brian Knowles. Knowles gets it through. Knowles trying to center it. Player down. Play goes on. Rumble goes in. Cross ice. Shoots. Goal. Play. Puck missed the net. Hits the backboard instead. Here's Brian Knowles. Gave it away to Ying Young. Sideways pass to Yan. Yan also missed the puck. Owen Kwok flips it down into the attacking zone. Goalie had to make a play. Sweeps it away to Bom Yan. Jeff Griffin. Very, very short-handed Aviator bench down by 4 goals. Here's Connor Quinn with a nice shot to the far side, and he scores. Coming in with speed. One very nifty shot to the far side. Scores the 9th goal of the game. 9-4 Toro Bulls. With 17 minutes remaining in regulation time. So for the Aviators to extend this best-of-3 series to 3 games. Another shot, another goal by Jordan So. Top of the slot. Look at Jordan So right there, out there, nobody around him at all. And also along the blue line, I think, yeah, that's number 15, that's Ying Young. Also nobody around Ying Young. So 2 white shirts, completely undefended. And that's sometimes is what I call the mindset of a losing team. And losing team in the context of being down in a game by quite a large margin. That's when players forget the basics and tend to go chase around and follow the puck instead of following the players. It's a very dangerous thing to do. So you see the right in front of around the goalie, 2 blue shirts in the near vicinity of the goalie, but outside the perimeter, they're letting these Toro Bowl players a lot of room to move around. It's also an open option for the Toro Bulls to send the puck back to the point man. So they have a lot of room and space to maneuver and in turn generate a lot of offense that way. And it tends to happen to teams where they've lost the focus. Which, in this case, the Aviators being down 6 goals.
Yeah, and you make a lot of mistakes
yeah.
every time.
And it just tumbles down the hill, and when you finally get the puck, either you dump it away prematurely, or you lose confidence of your teammates and you decide to go in all the way, which, as I've said many times, doesn't work in this league. It may work in the league I play, which is very, very low level league, but definitely not here. This is the top level. Here's Yannick Wong with a long shot. Big slapper. Rebound was loose. And I think the goalie might have had the puck. There's going to be some talking about the puck's out of the net, so it never really went in. Is it a goal? It's a goal.
I believe that is a goal. On a rebound. Yeah.
Well, the puck is certainly in the net. So I think I don't know what the Aviators want from the referee and Craig Rousseau, because it's their goal. And hey, now it's just down to a 5-goal lead. Yannick Wong with a shot deflection in front of net. That's a good way to try and start some offense. And guess what? Right now I'm seeing the Toro Bulls looking a little tired. Some of their top players. Perhaps double shifting a little too much, maybe. And maybe, just maybe, the Aviators still have their magic against the Toro Bulls, if they remain the team that's beaten the Toro Bulls the most times in this season. And only 2 teams have been able to do it, Aviators being one of them. Oh, here is Curtis Chan with a shot. Glove saved by the goalie in Keng Ho. Some fancy doodling with the puck.
Fancy.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, this is not the first time a goalie tries something fancy here. And the first time it was Horace Chung who did it. Almost got himself burned. This time it's Keng Ho. I don't know if it's on purpose or it's just that he did not have a good hold of the puck. Well, I don't know. The puck went out from behind the net. It hit the goal netting. It took a weird bounce, and yeah, it's.
I think that was maybe a defenseman skated in front of us, sticking off the
I have no idea what was.
But
what happened?
A sheepish Brian Gill just went to the bench.
Eleven to 5 in score. Here's another save by Keng Ho. 6-goal game. Nice move there by Yuno Wong. Here's Jeffrey Tai. tie. Tries to go all the way in, take the shot himself. Owen Kwok was all open on the far side. That's exactly the thing I'm talking about when you're down by so many goals. You start to get tunnel vision. And you only see the net. You start to not notice your teammates trying to get open as you just want to get that gap between the two teams a little closer as soon as you can. Here's Yuno Wong on the right side. Wong looking for options, did not get it. And now we have Connor Quinn going in with speed. Quinn! Saved by King Ho. Owen Kwok, 12 minutes to go. Still a lot of time. I mean, it's doable. It's not easy. But here's Jordan So with a steal, with a shot. Goalie made another save. Bob Nyan with the rebound shot. That one blocked. Sticks flying everywhere. And the goalie made a save and he played the puck. Lucci. Perhaps it was a better idea to keep the puck in the gloves because he was losing time. Lucci forces the team to regroup and do a reset. Solomon Kim going back. Yannick Wong. Jimmy Fanstone. Offside play. Now let's take a look at another look at that infamous, what's going to be infamous situation. It's just not the play. Where is it? No? Got the wrong one. We'll try again. Ten and a half minutes to go. Max Chow got past Yannick Wong. Connor Quinn, 2-on-1, gave it to Bob Ngan. Now 3-on-1, 3-on-2. Lots of shots. Goalie King Ho made the saves. 6-goal lead still. Aviators wanted an on-man rush, couldn't get it. Kind of like the Canucks. Can't get any of the good stuff going. Even a draft pick.
Even when they have a large percentage advantage.
The best odds. You just can't believe it. There Gooses. Jordan So. Bob Ngan. Back to Eustace. Eustace and Ngan. Eustace shoots. King Ho with a save. Gill to Eustace all alone, shoots, rebound, 2 saves in a row by King Ho. 8.5 minutes to go, 6-goal game. Aviators, if they want, if not, well, to force a game 3, they have to win this game tonight. Owen Kwok Whips it in. Goalie made the save. Leads for his teammates. Curtis Chan, Brian Gill, onside play. Gill all alone behind the net. Max Chow calling for the puck. He gets it with a long shot. Goalie made another save. Let's see if I can get that footage for you guys. That was the goalie making a save. Gets it, flips it up. I think he thought he had the whistle. And that's why he was dropping the puck down. Trying to flip it to the referee. But it turned out there wasn't any whistle. And that was the boo-boo the goalie made right there. Small boo-boo, only a goal. Rex Koo. With a shot and another goal. Simple shot. Here's Dave Bellucci going in with a shot, and goalie made a save apparently. Rex Koo. Francis Lamb cutting in. Rex Koo banks it off the boards to Jacob Rumble. Rumble sends it in. King Ho with the play. Well, I guess not. To center it, finds Jimmy Fanstone. Fanstone to Leon Ruel with a shot. Goalie made the save, dropped it back on the ice for his teammate. 6:30 to go. Rex Koo with a breakaway. Goalie made the great glove save. Not quite enough to hold on to it, but just enough to keep it out of the goal. Yannick Wong, wide sweep. He sends it in. Eustace. Jordan So on to the left side of Ying Young. Connor Quinn back to Young. Young with a shot. Tipped in front of the net by Bob Nguyen. Eustace, 3.5 minutes to go, 12-5, and I think it would be pretty safe to say the Corals would advance to the finals or the gold medal game 2 weeks from now. And that's another goal by the Toro Bulls.
I think that's a hat-trick.
Eustace swinging the puck, and in front of the net it's Jordan So tipping it, redirection. And again, look at Jordan So, no one around him. And at this point, I just think the Aviators are just done. Physically and emotionally done. But the here is a player down. Bob Nguyen got up quickly. And looking at the Aviators, they remain a team who has beaten the Toro Bulls. Not a lot of teams are able to beat the Toro Bulls. Aviators beat them first game in the season 8-7 in overtime. And then the Aviators were able to beat the Toro Bulls January 26th, 9-2. That was a shocker. And when you look at the regular season standings, the Turbo's only beaten twice. Both times by the Aviators. My apologies, only beaten 3 times. 2 of them from the Aviators. And if the Aviators lose this game, as I am expecting, they will play next 2 weeks from now. They will be playing the bronze medal game against the loser of next Monday's game between the Black Dragons and the Hong Kong Pandas. So next Monday, May the 18th, it's going to be game 3 between the Hong Kong Panda and the Black Dragons. It's going to be just 1 game next Monday, and after that game, I don't know, Timmy and I and Fong will be on the ice playing a lot of hockey, or the players just stick around, have a few Gatorades, and have some great chat around the rink, just like the good old days. It used to be a thing in the past, players actually stay behind and watch all the games. They would be drinking, talking, sharing stories until late at night. And then they would go out for what the Chinese people call it siuye. It's like late night snack in restaurants. People don't do it anymore these days. It's different culture these days.
It's bad for you.
I know, but you gotta relax, you gotta wind down, right?
I agree.
If you're going home, having that favorite beverage of yours and midnight snack of yours anyway, why not do it with your friends and get into it after the game. Under 2 minutes to go, 13-5. There's no doubt this game is going to end with a horrible win. The Bulls will get a bye next Monday, but I'm sure some of their players will be playing this Saturday night in the All-Star Weekend. In front of the net, Eric Eustace puts the puck toward the goalie. .45 seconds to go. We find it amusing because Max Chow is having a go at Jimmy Fanstone, and the Fanstone was chasing after him, giving him shots after shots, and Max was just laughing and he's telling Jimmy, no, that's enough, I'm good. He was laughing, and I think that's all good. Good to see, even though it's a lopsided victory in both teams. I think deep inside both teams understand why the score is such. And there's just really nothing the Aviators could do because they have a short bench to begin with. They're missing their very important player in Jesse Lucy. So I think, as they say, the odds are stacked against them. And the final score 13-5. Aviators are out, but they will be playing next Monday here. No, not next Monday, sorry, 2 weeks from now in the bronze medal game. 13-5 the final score. And 2 things to report. First thing, this coming Saturday at 8 p.m. May the 16th is going to be All-Star Weekend. join us on YouTube or come here at Loas Rink to join the festivities live in person. It's free of charge admission, so do come in and share the joy with us. And next Monday, May the 18th, going to be Game 3 between the Hong Kong Panda and the Black Dragons. That's when we'll see you here again next time. And tonight, thanks for watching. I'm Scott Yang, and on behalf of Timmy Poon and the rest of the crew, good night and see you Saturday.